purchase your tickets, be part of the fun, and visit the Dawgs General Store. Get hooked up with your all-star Inc. gear today.
Second inning, ace for 7 by Foothills Creamery. Scooping joy since 1969. Bellevue University, the catcher, number 35, Logan Grant.
Back at it for the bottom of inning number 2. Logan Grant will lead us off here. The catcher batting .276 on the season. And the first pitch to Grant is just a little bit outside for a ball. Grant, a Calgary kid, is one of the multiple Bellevue University products on this Dawgs team. And he pops this one up towards short. Ranging over there and making the play is Fox to get the first out. So after that, Pittsburgh State University gets another representative up to home plate in the form of Caden Williams, batting .279 on the year. First pitch to Williams is a little bit high. That'll be a ball. Pitch number 2 to Williams is put in play toward right center. But that gives Montz plenty of time to get over to make the play for out number 2. So after 2 relatively quick outs, that brings up Steven Ellsworth, who's batting .269 on the year, playing in left tonight. Elsner, another one of those Bellevue University products. 18 hits and 67 at-bats this year, and now he will ground one up toward the Red Sox dugout. Next one to Elsner is also a strike. And the 0-2 is swung on and fouled back. Elsner has 4 home runs this season. He takes that one high for a ball. 15 RBI, has walked only 3 times, struck out 27. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed for a 3rd strike. So the Dawgs go down relatively without much protest, let's say. And we head into the top of the 3rd with the game still awaiting its first run, and for the Dawgs, their first hit. Mike Gould here with you. Stick around, back after this, here on FloCollege.
Stadium, make some noise. We got firefighter Jordan McPherson and Captain Keegan Thomas. Here we are. When I say go, you go. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, we're racing at speed. Here we go. Okotoks Lions. firefighter.
Second baseman, number 6, Sam Baker.
Back at it here for the top of inning number 3 in a scoreless ball game in Okotoks, where the Regina Red Sox and the Okotoks Dawgs are embroiled in a bit of a pitching duel. Up here now in the third, it is Baker. Sam Baker for the Red Sox taking his first swings. He fouls off the first pitch. Here comes the second. Puts it in play. Nice play from second over to first. In time. Oh, a fantastic defensive effort from the Dawgs there as Paez gets to the ball and sends it over to the Cote just in the nick of time. And there's one away here in the third.
Center fielder, number 26, Ian Montz.
That'll bring Ian Montz up for the second time here tonight. Sees that one come in for a strike. Last time Montz was up, he grounded out to open the game. One away for Montz now, and he fouls this one out of play. Here's the 0-2. Oh, and that one real high and inside. Not all that close. Maybe a matter of Wessels trying to send Montz a bit of a message. 1-2. The 1-2 now bounces up to the plate. And the count moves even. Two-two. Swung on and fouled back as Montz stays alive. Sun poking out through the clouds here in Okotoks as the temperature of 19 degrees, more than palatable for the fans here at Siemens Stadium, especially after how hot it was earlier this month. 2-2. Swung on and popped up. This one will find the seats right behind home plate. Montz has fouled off 3 now in this at-bat alone. Another 2-2. Low, and the count moves even. Or pardon me, rather the count moves full. The 3-2 now. And Montz barely stays alive. He was way out ahead of that pitch, but manages to get a piece to foul it off. Wessel's already up to 32 pitches here tonight. Here comes his next 3-2 offering. Swung on and popped up, but fouled out of play again. This is turning into quite the duel. Pitch number 10 of this at-bat coming up next. 3-2. Swung on and put towards right. Ranging over there is Caden Williams. And he makes the play for the second out. Pretty good battle there between pitcher and batter. And now it is Raphael Jackson's turn. Jackson struck out his first time up back at the top of inning number 1.
Raphael Jackson.
The right fielder has 57 hits, 28 RBI, 3 home runs this season. First pitch to Jackson. Swung on and fouled right into the dugout for the Red Sox. The 0-1 to Jackson. Just a hair outside, and the count moves even. Friday night baseball here in Okotoks, Alberta. The crowd continuing to trickle into Siemens Stadium. The 1-1. Inside. That one also called a ball, and the count moves to 2-1. Mike Gould flying solo here on tonight's call on FloCollege. 2-1 pitch. Again, low. Three-one count here for Raphael Jackson, who can really put a charge in the ball if it's in the right spot. That one was, and it's a single to right field with 2 outs. So the Red Sox have a 2-out base runner here in the top of inning number 3. They've had a few of those already, but they haven't really transpired for them, at least they haven't turned into any runs.
Number 7, Matthew Fox.
So Matthew Fox now up at the plate. And Fox sends this one into left. It's carrying, but not too much for the left fielder, Steven Elsner, who makes the play to retire the side. So one hit by Raphael Jackson proves to be fruitless yet again for the Regina Red Sox as they emerge from another inning without putting a run on the board. Now it'll be the Dawgs' turn in the bottom half of the third. Mike Gould here with you on FloCollege. Be back with you right after this.
You get 3 chances, 3 tosses. Go for it, my friends. Zone number 1. That was close. That's all right. You got 2 more chances. Even if you don't make it, we're still going to hook you up with a prize package. And this is his last throw. Siemens Stadium. Let's get some encouragement. It's going to be yes. Twice. Oh. Hey, if you follow us on TikTok, you'll see one of our dogs actually made this thing. It is possible. Hey, Jordan, congratulations, buddy. One more time for Jordan. They are celebrating his wife's anniversary of her 30th birthday on the patio.
The Okotoks Comets are hosting another originally scheduled away game for the Energy City Packers Rats right here at home this Sunday, July 20th. Tickets are now on sale. Get yours today. And the third inning presented by Buckle Vodka. A great vodka on the place of the country world. Hashtag Buffalo.
Back here for the third inning, the bottom half, brought to you by Buckle Vodka. Mike Gould with you on FloCollege. And kicking things off is the catcher turned third baseman, Jason Arriola. The Colorado State Pueblo product, taking his first cuts this evening.
Number 29, Jason Arriola.
The Dawgs have only gone 1 above the minimum so far, and that was thanks to a walk by Jake Skaggs back in the first. First pitch to Arriola is a strike right down Main Street, 0-1. Arriola batting .260 this year. He's walked 10 times. The 0-1 just a little bit outside. Arriola certainly spends most of his time behind home plate, but he's been replaced by Logan Grant for tonight. The 1-1. A 50-50 call, but the ump elects to make it a ball, 2-1. Next pitch to Arriola is fouled back, and the count moves even. That one lands on the concourse, right behind, I think, that Service Credit Union claw machine. Still no offense from either team here tonight. And for the Dawgs, no hits, only one base runner. Good take there from Arriola as the count moves full. Dawgs already have a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. The 3-2, high, and Arriola takes a free base. So that'll bring up Brandon Paez, who we've seen higher up in the order this year, but he's batting ninth tonight. Maybe a bit of a shadow top half of the order there. Paez carrying over into Sanchez, Skaggs, and Cote. We sometimes see that with teams these days electing to go with a strong hitter at number 9. Pickoff attempt, not all that close. Arriola slides back in unscathed. I have to give a lot of credit, though, to Blake Johnson so far, limiting his pitch count, doing pretty well, keeping runners off base, Arriola notwithstanding. Another pickoff attempt, that one a little bit closer, but Arriola still remains safe over at first. 2 throws from Johnson so far in this at-bat, neither towards home. Here's the first one. Fouled off by Paez. Brandon Paez hitting .337 this year with 1 home run. He's batted in 14, and an extra base hit would probably bring Arriola home here. And a third pickoff attempt. Again, this one not successful. Paez, another Frenchman on this Dawgs team. He's from Montreal, but he goes to the University of Utah. The 0-1 is way inside. Paez has to jump out of the way, and the count moves even to 1-1. Paez awaiting another pitch. That one comes inside the zone, 1-2. Paez did take part in yesterday's victory, went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Came across to score himself as well. And a 4th pickoff attempt to Jason Arriola over at first base. Again, not in time. The 1-2 swung on and missed, and Paez is put down on strikes. That'll bring up Ricky Sanchez.
The shortstop, number 8, Ricky Sanchez.
We all know what Ricky Sanchez can do. Batting .360 entering tonight's game. Although he lined out back in the first. That's 4 pickoffs to Jason Arriola, who has not stolen a base this season. And now Sanchez lines this one into right. That'll be a base hit. Arriola rounds second, and there'll be no throw. Now the throw to first, he is not in time. So both Sanchez and Arriola safe. Runners at the corner with 1 away. And finally, in the bottom of inning number 3, the Dawgs get their first hit of tonight's game. Brought to you by Thrive Family Chiropractic. Jake Skaggs now up with 1 away and runners at the corners. Skaggs 0 for 0 tonight as he walked his first time up. First pitch to Skaggs is watched across the plate for a strike. Of course, an opportunity here for the Dawgs to put the first runs on the board tonight, but of course they have to be wary of a double play ball as well. Pitch number 2 to Skaggs. That one in nigh the same spot, but it ends up being called a ball. Skaggs, a underrated part of this Pittsburgh State tandem at the top of the Dawgs batting order. And now a pickoff attempt, and Ricky Sanchez not looking the most limber as he heads back to first, but he does get there in time. Big situation here in a game where runs have been hard to come by thus far. And the next pitch to Skaggs is not competitive. 2-1 the count. Two-1. Swung on and lined into foul territory. Strikeout here, not what the Dawgs need, but they're one strike away from their second out. The 2-2 coming up. Outside. Count moves full here in Okotoks. Dawgs trying to drive in the game's first run. Skaggs with runners at the corners, 1 away, and the count now 3-2. Payoff pitch in the zone and fouled off by Skaggs on what would have been strike 3. Good discipline here from Skaggs in an inning which has gone long for Johnson. Now up to 45 pitches. This will be number 7 of this battle against Skaggs. Three-two again. And they're going to say that was outside, and Skaggs will walk to load the bases here in the bottom of inning number 3. Oh, the discipline required to take that pitch. Hard to fathom. And that'll bring up Leo Cote with the bases loaded and only 1 away.
First baseman, number 46, Leo Cote.
Relatively small sample size for Cote this season, only 39 at-bats. And in those 39 at-bats, he's driven in 12 runs. Has a chance to add to both those totals here now. First pitch flutters into the zone for a called strike. Big opportunity here for Leo Cote, who was not in the lineup last night. The 0-1, inside, count moves even. Connor Croson is on deck if Cote can't get it done. Dawgs looking to burst this game wide open in the bottom of the 3rd. And now Johnson will take a moment to regroup. Johnson has allowed 6 earned runs in 7 games this year. That's the total. The 1-1. Low and outside. Cote made his last appearance on Wednesday against Saskatoon, going 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. He was the only member of the Dawgs not to join the hit parade that night, if memory serves. Now Cote bounces one into left field, and 2 runs will score. A 2 RBI single for Leo Cote. First this game open in the bottom of the 3rd, and the Dawgs are on top. Well, that ball chopped basically directly at the ground. Ended up heading over the third baseman, Riley Bender. And both Sanchez and Skaggs score. And now Connor Croson up the dish. So Cote comes through after a disappointing result for him on Wednesday. He atones for it now. And the Dawgs have as many runs as they do hits. Croson behind 0-1. And now 0-2. That one had some nice lateral movement on it and just settled into the catcher Bai's glove on the outside corner of the zone. Home half of inning number 3, and the Dawgs have been threatening all along. Just one out. The 0-2 in there, and they ring up Croson again. Croson rung up twice already tonight, looking. And now it'll be Logan Grant's turn.
Number 35, Logan Grant.
Grant flew out to short his last time up in the bottom of the second. And now he's got a chance to add to the Dawgs' lead here in the third. First pitch to Grant. A fastball inside for a ball. That was quite the velocity out of Johnson's hand, but couldn't find the location that he wanted. Now the 1-0. Swung on, line towards center, and it's down for a base hit. One run will score, and the Dawgs make it a 3-0 game here in the third. So you want to pardon me, that was Skaggs who came around. It had been Sanchez and Arriola who got home off of the single by Cote previously, and now a 1 RBI single from Logan Grant makes it a 3-0 game. That'll bring up Caden Williams, whose last appearance at the plate was in the second when he flew out to center. First pitch to Williams is high for a ball. Still 2 on, 2 away here in the bottom of the third, which has turned out to be quite productive for the Dawgs. They have equaled the Red Sox with 3 hits, but they have outdone them with 3 across the plate. Williams grounds one to second. Scooped up there by Baker, sent to right in plenty of time, and the side finally retired. But not before Jason Arriola, Ricky Sanchez, and Leo Cote come across home plate for the Dawgs. They take a 3-0 lead here heading into the away half of inning number 4. On a very special night here in Okotoks, Alberta, it is the Dawgs against the Red Sox in WCBL action on FloCollege.
Fans, make sure you stop at the press box tonight. Visit our personal service credit union. They've got some fun giveaways that promise you have a chance to win some amazing comfort swag.
The fourth inning is proudly presented by Service Credit Union, supporting Alberta's families, farmers, and entrepreneurs with advice that helps you give them up your money.
Back here for the top half of the fourth inning in Okotoks. The fourth inning brought to you by Service Credit Union, which has a pretty substantial presence here at the ballpark tonight. A fun little claw machine right behind our press box. And the Dawgs hope that the fourth inning will help them credit with some more runs, as the first pitch is fouled back by the batter, Bai. Brady Bai is the catcher for this Regina team. He was last up in the second inning when he grounded out to start. And now he's already behind 0-2 here in the fourth. Oh-2, not close. Wessel's just tossing that one away, maybe trying to mess with Bai's rhythm a bit. The 1-2, good contact to right field. This one carries out of here. A solo home run for Brady Bai. Bai. That one was powered out of the ballpark, and Regina cuts into the Dawgs' lead. It's 3-1. A 1-2 count, and that one was put right across home plate, dead center by Wessels. And Bai saw it and took his chance. That is his 6th home run of the season. He absolutely pummeled it to right field. That one is in there for a strike, as James Wright now up at the plate. He was last up in the second as well, and he singled to left field. Check that, to right field, opposite field power from Wright. Next pitch to right is a little bit too high, 1-1. Well, always fun to see a homer here at Siemens Stadium, even if it's not for the Dawgs. Excellent power there from Bai, and now Wright puts this one into left, and this one could be extra bases. Wright rounds first, and he's going to get into second jogging with plenty of time, and that's a no-out double. So that's 2 extra base hits back-to-back to start the top of inning number 4 here for Regina. Wessels has only thrown 48 pitches, but he's not having a great start to the top of the 4th, and now he's getting a visit from Logan Grant. So with Wright aboard and Bai having already trotted the bases, that'll bring up Riley Bender, who was last time up also in inning number 2, ended with him flying out to left. Bender already represents the tying run for this Regina team. First pitch he sees is just a little bit outside for a ball. 3-1 the score in the top of inning number 4 here at Siemens Stadium in Okotoks. It is the Dawgs against the Regina Red Sox. The 1-0 pitch. Just a little bit low. Boy, I was getting ready to say that was in the zone, but apparently not, and the count moves to 2-0. The game moving along relatively briskly here in Okotoks. The 2-0 swung on, grounded to third, scooped up nicely by Arriola. The throw in plenty of time, and there's one away here in the top of the 4th. A very, very nice defensive effort by the catcher turned third baseman Jason Arriola. And that's a big out for the Dawgs after they gave up a solo home run and a double to start the 4th.
Left fielder, number 10, Jordan Tucker.
So that'll bring up Jordan Tucker, who reached his last time with a single to center. 1 on, 1 away here in the 4th. First pitch to Tucker is cut heavily on, but missed. Pitch number 2 is low, and the count moves even to 1-1. The Red Sox out hitting the Dawgs 5-3 here, but they're trailing where it matters, 3-1 on the scoreboard. Wessels will take a minute. Now the 1-1 pitch. This one is looped into center, and laying out and making a spectacular catch is Jake Skaggs. Jake Skaggs robbing Tucker of extra bases here in the top of the 4th. That might have driven home another run. Instead, there are 2 away, and the runner forced to stay at second base.
Designated hitter, number 34, Marcus Hammer.
So Marcus Hamre back up for the second time here today, and he has only 1 hit in 10 tries this season. First pitch in there for a called strike. Hamre crouching down to look at it as it passed over the dead center point of the plate. Terrific effort there by Jake Skaggs, who tracked that ball the whole way, timed it perfectly, and had it fall right into his glove. The 0-1, Hamre thought about it, but that one was a bit too low, and the count moves even. One count, 2 away, runner on second here for the Red Sox in the top of the 4th. This one swung on, glances off the glove, picked up by the second baseman Paez, who throws it away. And a runner will score here for the Red Sox off of a throwing error by the second baseman Brandon Paez. So Wright comes across home plate, and this is now a 3-2 game in the top of inning number 4. And out of all that, Hamre makes it to second base, albeit on an E4 as it goes down into the books. That'll bring up Sam Baker, the Prattville, Alabama product. First pitch to Baker is a little bit high and outside. Baker grounded into a 4-3 putout his last time up. And now he swings right through that one for a strike. 1-1. The Red Sox have cut into the Dawgs' lead here in the top of inning number 4 off of a solo home run and a throwing error by their second baseman, Brandon Paez. And now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed again by Baker, and now the Dawgs 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. The 1-2. Not quite there, so says Matt Payne. Two count, 2 away here in the 4th. And that one just fouled off by Baker as he kind of threw his bat at it. Runner on second, 2 away here in the top of inning number 4. 2-2 pitch again. This one is looped into center, but right at Jake Skaggs, who makes the catch without too much effort, and the side is retired. But not before the Red Sox get a solo home run from their catcher, Brady Bye, and another one ended up crossing a little bit later. The Dawgs lead now at 3-2 as we head into the home half of inning number 4. Back with you right after this here on FloCollege.
Left fielder, number 38, Stephen Elsner.
Back here in the bottom of inning number 4, and it is Steven Elsner who will take the next swings at the ball here for the Okotoks Dawgs. Elsner struck out his last time up in the bottom of inning number 2. Elsner batting number 7 and playing in the number 7 spot for the Dawgs here today. And the first pitch that he sees is a ball. The 1-0 now to Elsner. He takes a healthy whack at, but he misses. 1-1. Elsner hails from San Francisco. You might have heard of it. Home of the Niners and the Giants. And the 1-1 is fouled. Pretty good power on that one, but it heads over to the Urcandia Fieldhouse. Pitch number 61 from Johnson is fouled basically into the same spot. One-two to Elsner. Looked at and ends up sailing in foul. Two-two to Elsner. Swung on and missed. Foul tip into the glove, and that'll be it for him as he goes down again. One away here, and that'll bring up Jason Arriola, who's playing third base today, and his last time up, he walked and later came around to score.
Third base, number 29, Jason Arriola.
Arriola listed up on the board as a catcher slash infielder. And the first pitch he sees this time around is another ball. He already saw 4 of those back in the third inning, where he led off with a walk and ultimately was one of the 3 runners the Dawgs scored in that inning. The 1-0, also a ball. The Dawgs did most of their damage in the third with 1 out already on the board, so maybe this will be a repeat of that. The 2-0, again, not close. Arriola batting .260, and for whatever reason, the Red Sox don't seem that keen to pitch to him. And when he was on base, they tried to pick him off 4 times, even though he doesn't have a single stolen base this season. That's a strike right down the middle, 3-1. Next pitch, he is swung on and lined sharply up the first base line, but foul. Basically hit it right at the first base coach. Count moves full now. One away, 3-2 count to Jason Arriola. He swings on this one, puts it in play right up to first base. And it's sent over to the pitcher covering, and that's out number 2. So now it's Brandon Paez's turn. Paez, the Montreal product, struck out his last time up in the third. Two away and nobody on for the Dawgs here in the fourth. First pitch to Paez had some nice spin to it, ends up right in the zone for a strike. Pitch 2. Paez fouls it off. Oh, 2 count to Paez, and he swings and misses for his second strikeout of the evening. So now we head to the top of the 5th. The score remains at 3-2. Dawgs just barely in the lead. Be back after this on FloCollege.
We'd like to give a big shout out to the Fortis Alberta group on our Fortis third base patio. The service credit union group on our Central Auto Care Core 4 patio. David Klaus's birthday group out on our Anthem first base main patio. The Brenda group on our Anthem first base bullpen patio. And Field Residential group on our Field Mechanical Field Level Suite. Pitching for your Dawgs out of Campbellson University, number 18, Ryan McFarland. Center fielder, number 26, Ian Moss.
And we're back for the top half of inning number 5 here in Okotoks with a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan McFarland. We'll tell you a little bit more about him in a little bit. He is facing Ian Montz, who went 0 for 2 against McFarland's predecessor, Jace Wessels. Count now 1-1. McFarland, hailing from Calgary, another Campbellsville University product on this Dawgs team. He struck out 12, walked 10 this year, and now the first batter he sees grounds one up the middle. That one is sent across by Sanchez Over to first, that is Cote who records the out. McFarland, a right-hander who, like we mentioned, pitches at Campbellsville.
Right fielder, number 20, Raphael Jackson.
McFarland made his last appearance in the 11-8 loss to Saskatoon on Tuesday. And now a broken bat up the middle. Sanchez grabs the ball, sends it across to first in plenty of time. But everybody wondering if that bat caught McFarland and if he's all right. Looks like he'll be able to walk it off, but still they want to make sure. No lingering reason for concern. And it does seem like he'll be okay after, don't want to see a guy come out after throwing just 4 pitches. Don't often see guys get sawed off in the WCBL, but saw just that right there. But already 2 away here in the top of the 5th. McFarland doing a solid enough job of getting these guys to offer up at pitches that they might not otherwise would have.
Shortstop, number 7, Matthew Fox.
So that'll bring up Matthew Fox for the 3rd time today. He is 0 for 2. First pitch to Fox, he's swung on and sent right to second. Baez scoops it up, sends it across to McFarland, and he gets him just in the nick of time. 3 up, 3 down. McFarland gets 3 outs on 5 pitches here at the top of the 5th. Be back at you after this for the bottom half of the inning.
The 8 farmers of Alberta are proud to provide fresh, affordable, local eggs every day. Eggs are a nutritional powerhouse with 6 grams of protein and knocks it out of the park. The shortstop, number 8, Regina.
That's Ricky Sanchez's music. The Dawgs shortstop back at it here for the bottom of inning number 5. Batting his usual leadoff position. First pitch Sanchez sees is a called strike. Sanchez is 1 for 2 this evening. He did come around to score in that productive bottom half of the 3rd inning. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Sanchez way underneath it. The 0-2 to Ricardo. A little bit high. If Sanchez were 6-1, for instance, that probably would have been strike 3. The 1-2 swung on and looped into shallow center field. But just lancing over to his left and making the catch is Mott's for the first out. So Sanchez retired pretty quickly there. That'll bring up Jake Skaggs, who has walked twice already tonight.
Center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
Skaggs looking to reach safely yet again. He's now walked 18 times this year. First pitch to Skaggs is swung on and fouled back. Just got a piece of it, and it went between the legs of the catcher, Bob. Now the 0-1 to Skaggs. Low. Had some good movement on it, but ended up just losing its steam. The 1-1. Swung on and grounded into the dugout for the Dawgs, 1-2. Dawgs up 3-2 as this game just continues to fly along. I thought he might have had strike 3 there, but instead the count moves even. Two-two. Swung on and lined toward the gap, and that one falls for a base hit. So Skaggs now 1-for-1 with 2 walks tonight. He's been very efficient in reaching base. And that sets the stage for Leo Cote, who drove in 2 runs his last time up.
Number 46, Leo Cote.
Cote chopped one up the third base line for 2 RBI his last time. And now he'll try to advance Skaggs this time around. Cote has also struck out tonight, and now he'll foul one off into opposite field. He's up on the berm. Pitch number 2 to Cote. Swung on and fouled back. That one had some pretty high off-bat velocity. Ended up just sort of slamming into the top of the netting. Cote behind the count 0-2 now. Of course, he is 1-for-2 tonight. Pitch number 3 to Cote. Swung on and lined into center, but a little bit too hard right at Mott for the second out. So now it's Connor Croson's turn. Croson is 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts tonight, looking to break out of that little spell.
Number 10, Connor
Croson is the DH tonight, and this is the time for him to do one of those H's. Pickoff attempt over to first, but not really that threatening to Skaggs. Skaggs is a prolific base stealer. Dawgs being out hit 5-4, but they are leading 3-2. Croson golfs at that one, but only got a piece. It's foul. Croson, a Tennessee Tech product, waits for the 0-1. Way behind that one, and now he's down 0-2 in the count. That one was just blown by Croson. Johnson has already thrown 86 pitches here tonight. This one will be 87. Croson fouls this one off. Croson still down 0-2 in the count. Gets a piece of this one and puts it into center field to base hit. Good contact hitting there from Connor Croson, who sees his average climb a little bit after that one. And that'll set the stage for Logan Grant. Grant singled to center his last time up and scored Jake Skaggs. The Dawgs, what he is at this point, the deciding run. Two away here for Grant. And he sees the first pitch come in for a strike. That one painted the outside corner. Now the 0-1. Low. Next offering to Logan Grant here is swung on and popped high into the air over to right field. Playable perhaps, but no, it ends up dropping in foul territory. Fell into a bit of a dead zone, and Grant stays alive. The count moves to 1-2. One-two count for Grant. Two men on. Swung on, and he just fouls it off to stay alive. Skaggs at second, Croson at first. The Dawgs leading by the slimmest of margins. That one not that close. Count moves to 2-2. Now the 2-2. Swung on, fouled back, and dropped bye-bye. That would have been strike three. Count remains 2-2 with two out. Two on. Dawgs looking to make their lead maybe two, maybe more. Pickoff attempt, and I don't know where that one was going. It wasn't that close. Skaggs slides back in safely. Two-two yet again. Grant pops one into right again, and this one going to be tough again. But this time it is caught by Baker to retire the side. The Dawgs leave two stranded, but are unable to add their slim lead. It's 3-2 after 5 here in Okotoks. Be back with you right after this. You're watching WCBL Baseball on FloCollege.
Now pitching for your Dawgs out of the University of Colorado Club, number 26, Frank Flores. Number 2, Brady Bond.
Back here for the top of inning number 6 in Okotoks, and the Dawgs have a new pitcher. It is Frank Flores, a right-hander from Colorado State Pueblo. And Flores makes his introduction to the game with a ball there to the Regina pitcher Brady Bye, who, if you'll recall, solo home run his last time back in the 4th. Bye now fouls one off, and the count moves even to 1-1. Flores now the third pitcher of the game for the Dawgs, replacing Ryan McFarland, who pitched the 5th. The 1-1 pitch from Flores. Bye will chop this one up the first base line. Wow, grabbed there by Cote, who stomps on first base to record the out. An emphatic out there from Leo Cote, who does it himself.
First baseman, number 5, James Wright.
And that will bring up Jamie Wright. Flores on the year has a 7 ERA with the Dawgs. He is 3-2 in 19 games. Has struck out 16, has walked 9. That ERA took a bit of a hit in the 11-8 loss to Saskatchewan 3 nights ago when he allowed 5 earned runs in just 1 inning. Flores facing right here, and he gets right to chase there. The count moves to 1-2. And now Wright puts this one up the third base line rather, but it's foul. This one just tapped ahead by right. Flores scoops it up, sends it over to Cote at first, and there's out number 2. This game just continues to sail along, 2 away here in the top of the 6th, and it's only 8:45 p.m. So that'll bring up Riley Bender, who is 0 for 2 tonight.
Third baseman, number 19, Riley Bender.
Bender grounded out to third his last time up. First pitch to Bender kind of crowded him inside a bit. That's a ball. Score remains 3-2 Dawgs here, and Flores working fast. That second pitch is also high. 2-0 now, and you'd imagine this next pitch will be in the zone, and it is, and it's golfed into right field. But a routine play there for Caden Williams, and the side is retired. So now we head into the bottom of the 6th, and the Dawgs still lead 3-2 here in WCBL action from Okotoks on FloCollege.
The Okotoks Johnson Lightning State of Perry. Happy birthday to the following fans joining us at the game time. Happy 13th birthday, Billy. And happy birthday, Donna Glass, who's celebrating the 10th anniversary of her 30th birthday. We'd like to welcome Cheryl Margot and Martin Hamill all the way from Montreal. And we'd like to give a shout out to the Dawgs' very own Alex Oliver's mom, Ellen, and Grandma Chris in attendance today, all the way from Oklahoma. And lastly, a special shout out to Barry Eisen's parents, Stu and Nancy from Tampa, Florida. And Dawgs fans, it is the last call to purchase your 50/50 tickets. Please visit one of our Academy players walking around the concourse or visit them at our first base or third base 50/50 tables. Now pitching for the Regina Red Sox, number 28 Red Sox, number 28 Xander Odisega.
And we return for the bottom of the 6th here in Okotoks, where it is Xander Odisega now pitching for Regina. And his first assignment will be to face Caden Williams. Williams tonight is 0 for 2. Williams made his last trip to the plate to close out the bottom of the 3rd. He grounded out to second. And the first pitch Williams sees is a strike right down Main Street from Odisega. The new Regina pitcher has a 6.28 ERA this year through 14 1/3 innings pitched. And that pitch is not in the same zip code as Caden Williams, ends up being a ball. Didn't connect with the bat and did not connect with the glove of the catcher by. And the count moves to 1-1 here with nobody out in the 6th. Next pitch to Williams is as straight down the line as you get. That's a strike. A game that has not had a whole lot going on, save for basically one inning. Next pitch to Williams. He is sent into shallow right. This one's going to be tough. And it drops. And Williams is going to get an extra base out of this. And the throw is off the mark, but Williams will have to stay at second. And I guess that's a double.
Left fielder, number 28, Steven Elsner.
So now Steven Elsner's up, looking to try to get on track. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight, but he's got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And when you're Caden Williams 0 for 2, you'll take a bloop double whenever you can get him. Elsner batting .261 on the year and looking to add to the Dawgs' lead now. Pitch number 1 in there for a strike. And finally, a little bit more intrigue in this game. The 0-1. Oh, look out. That's the second kind of crazy pitch we've seen from the new pitcher, Odie Senger, so far, and he's only faced 2 batters. That one was headed right for the spine of Elsner, had he not ducked out of the way. Odie Senger throws a look at Williams and now throws one down the middle that is fouled off by Elsner. I guess Odie Senger just trying to get Elsner thinking up there. 7 pitches now from this new pitcher. 5 of them strikes, 2 of them nowhere close. And now the 1-2. That one was close, but it's not a strike. 2-2. Dawgs pushing here for some more runs in this 6th inning, a game that has largely flown by without a whole lot of consequence thus far. 2-2, lined into left field. This will be a base hit. It's not going to be enough to score Williams, but there will be runners at the corners with nobody out here in the 7th. Pardon me, in the 6th.
Third baseman, number 29, Jason Arriola.
So a big chance for Jason Arriola now with nobody out. Arriola walked and came around to score back in the 3rd. Caden Williams 90 feet away. First pitch to Arriola is in there for a strike. That one just caught the outside corner of the zone. Arriola playing third base tonight. The 0-1 swung on and popped into the seats. Pretty healthy Friday night crowd here at Siemens Stadium tonight. Arriola now down to the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt. Blocked nicely there by Bai. Dawgs pushing to add to their 3-2 lead. Of course, you got to remember the last time they scored, the Red Sox came right back the next inning and tacked on 2 runs of their own. 1-2 to Arriola. Swung on, and he was way ahead of that one, but he did manage to put it in play. Ends up being fouled, though. Williams at third. Elsner at first. Arriola at home, trying to bring his other two counterparts there. Next pitch is not close. The count moves even. Arriola has 1 home run this year. He has driven in 8 runs. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and fouled back, and it bounced out of the glove of Bai. You could just hear the little tap sound, and had Bai been able to squeeze it, it would have been the first out of the inning. Arriola making a battle out of this one. They say is going to be pitch number 7 coming up next. Two yet again. Runner goes. Arriola sends it into the gap, and this one will be caught. But the runner tags up from third, and that pitch, or that throw rather, is to first. So Williams will score, and the game now at 4-2 Dawgs here in the bottom of the 6th. But we do see 2 outs recorded as Elsner was thrown out at first as he made the run.
Number 20, Aiden Munoz.
And so now there's nobody on and 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. So that brings up Aiden Munoz. Munoz is 0 for 2 tonight with he replaces Brandon Paez, who was 0 for 2. So Munoz comes in as a pinch hitter. Munoz, a product of Simpson University from Coachella, California. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and he goes down relatively inconsequentially. But not before the Dawgs add 1 more to their lead as a sacrifice fly from Jason Arriola brings home Caden Williams. And it's now 4-2 after 6 here in Okotoks. Mike Gould's here with you. Be back with you after this. You're watching the Dawgs against the Red Sox here on FloCollege. And we return to Siemens Stadium for the top of inning number 7. Mike Gould here with you on FloCollege. And kicking things off here in this half inning is Jordan Tucker, who is 1 for 2 tonight, batting .311 on the season. Tucker, the left fielder for this Regina team, swings at the first pitch he sees, puts it up the third base line, but just foul. Tucker flew out to center back in the top of inning number 4. Now the 0-1. Tucker holds off, and it was the right choice. That's a ball. Flores still in the game for the Dawgs. Retired the side back in the 6th, and now he throws another ball. It was By, Wright, and Bender who went down in order in the top half of inning number 6. Count now 2-1 here against Tucker for Flores. Next pitch is also inside, so that's the third ball. Three-1. Swung on and put into center. Skaggs waiting for it, and he will make the play to record the first out. So that'll bring up Marcus Hamray, the DH, who's now batting .091 on the year after being retired the first 2 times he was up today, and he fouls off the first pitch he sees sharply toward the dugout for Regina. .0-1 count. This one swung on and put in play to short. Sanchez over to first. In time! A fantastic effort from Ricky Sanchez to beat out the runner. Great stretch from Cote. And there's 2 away here in the 7th. That one looked like it was going to be close all the way, and it sure was, but Hamray retired for the 3rd straight time tonight. Now it's Sam Baker's turn. Baker 0 for 2 tonight, batting .230 on the year. First pitch to Baker, falls right into the zone. Beautiful stuff there from Flores, 0-1. That's in there too. Flores doing another good job here in this 7th inning. Trying to propel his Dawgs a little bit closer to their 29th victory of the season. This one is looped towards second, grabbed and sent to first. In time, another great stretch from Cote, and the Dawgs retire the side yet again. 3 up, 3 down, once more in the top of the 7th, and the Dawgs head to the bottom half of the inning looking to add their 4-2 lead. Mike Gould here with you on FloCollege. We'll be back with you right after this for Dawgs versus Red Sox here in the WCBL.
We also have merch already. Oh, we're not doing these away. You gotta buy these ones. Oh, the Dawgs General Store, if you haven't seen this awesome merch, East versus West, oh, we're all gonna buy the West ones, right? Yeah. Make sure you get those tickets to the All-Star game going on tomorrow. But it's that time, so get up, stretch it out a little bit. It's time for that baseball tradition. Take me out to the ball game. Hey, DJ, let's hit it. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the grass. Find something that's like my shots.
Now pitching for the Regina Red Sox, number 38, Calvin Shepard. The shortstop, number 8, Regina.
Back at it here in the bottom half of inning number 7, and it is Ricky Sanchez leading things off once again. The Dawgs leading 4-2 here in the bottom half of the inning after tacking on a 4th run in the bottom of the 6th. Sanchez fouled off the first pitch he saw and now prepares for the second. Sanchez ground this one to short. Routine play to first in time. Should mention, new pitcher in the game now for Regina. It is Calvin Shepard, number 38.
Center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
Jake Skaggs now up. Skaggs is 1 for 1 tonight with 2 walks, and he did cross the plate in the 3rd inning. The 0-1 pitch here to Skaggs is a little bit too far inside. The new pitcher for Regina, Shepard, has a 2.42 ERA through 22 1/3 innings pitched this year. He also has 21 strikeouts to go along with just 7 walks. He's only allowed 3 earned runs in total. Next pitch to Skaggs, in there for a strike. Fans here at Siemens Stadium telling Skaggs to hit for contact. We'll see if he can do that. Next pitch he sees is outside the zone. Count moves even. 2-2. Should correct something I said in the 6th. The Dawgs actually gunning for their 30th win of the season here tonight, looking to improve to 30-13. Their 29th win was achieved last night. Skaggs swings and misses, but a drop 3rd strike results in him having to run it out.
First baseman, number 46, Leo Cote.
That'll bring up Leo Cote, who is 1 for 3 here tonight. Two outs here for Cote. Cote fouls that one off. Cote drove in 2 runs back in the 3rd inning. Played a big role in the Dawgs being where they are now. Watches that one cross for a strike. Oh, 2 count now for Cote. Game still at 4-2 in favor of the Dawgs. Cote grounds it to second. Big hop there for Baker, but he grabs it, sends it to right in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the top of the 8th. Dawgs still up 4-2. You're watching WCBL baseball here on FloCollege.
It's 50-50 time, folks. Siemens Stadium, get those 50-50 tickets out. ahead 7. See those big streaks there as well. And that is your tickets. Congratulations. $1,495 richer. You can claim your winnings at the Dawgs office. For supporting Dawgs Baseball. And a reminder, we post on all of our social media the number after each game.
Big thing is Protect Fund is your booking and casino. Calgary's favorite place to stay and play. Now pitching for your Dawgs out of Lynn Community College, number 33, Easton Corey.
Back here for the top of inning number 8, and the Dawgs are bringing in a new pitcher. It is Easton Corey, a very talented reliever who's looking to find his way again after giving up a total of 9 runs in his last 3 appearances.
Number 26.
A rough patch, but we've seen his ERA on the year skyrocket to 8.18, a far cry from where it was in his 16 games last year at 1.8. Brought to Lynn Community College. He's a right-hander out of Pendleton, Oregon. And Corey's first pitch is an off-speed offering that is a little bit high and outside. He's up against the leadoff batter for Regina, Ian Montz, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Corey gets Montz to swing at that one. He fouls it off. The 1-1. Just a little bit inside. Corey couldn't get the call. Corey behind to the count 2-1 and now make it 3-1 here. Dawgs looking to hold on to a 4-2 lead, and they're going to need Corey to start throwing some strikes. Ball put in play, popped up to short, and Sanchez makes the routine play look easy as it was for him, and that's the first out here in the 8th.
Right fielder, number 20,
Raphael Jackson, the right fielder, up now for the Red Sox. He's 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch there is low, and that'll be a ball. Now the 1-0. That one too high. Corey's got to average those ones out, and he'll have a pitch right down the middle. This one is fouled off by Jackson into the seats over by third base. Two-one count here to Jackson. That one just a mite too high, and the count moves to 3-1. Corey's fallen behind in the count a little bit regularly of late. He'll try to clean that up here with this next pitch. This one lined towards center, and this one is going to be off the wall, or was it gone? It is gone. a solo home run for Raphael Jackson, and the Dawgs' lead has been cut to 4-3. Boy, Jackson got more on that one than I thought. Didn't look like he had a whole lot of power out of it off the bat. But indeed he did, and for him that is his fourth home run of the season. So the Dawgs' lead is cut to 1 yet again. Matthew Fox now at the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And that pitch from Corey, again, not competitive, and the Dawgs need Easton Corey to find his game here. This one put to the gap between first and second, and it's into right field, a base hit. So Corey is allowed back-to-back hits here, and now the tying run is on base here in the 8th. And that'll bring up Brady Bye, who hit a home run of his own back in the 4th inning, and this will prompt a mound visit from Logan Grant. As again, just not what you want to see from Easton Corey, and not what we're used to seeing from Easton Corey. Just telling him to settle down up on the mound. And now a mound visit from the coach. Corey's going to stay in the game and face Bye.
Number 2, Brady Bye.
First pitch is grounded up the middle, right to second. Step on the bag for 1 over first, and they turn 2. There's the way to get back in the game, and the Dawgs head to the bottom of the 9th, or pardon me, in the bottom of the 8th, with their 4-3 lead still intact. Be back with you after this on FloCollege. And here we are in the bottom half of inning number 8, and who better to lead things off than Connor Croson. Croson 1 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Got to keep the good times going, though, after he was successful reaching base back in the 5th inning. Singling to center with Jake Skaggs already on. Both of them ended up being stranded. It remains Shepard on the bump for Regina, and his first pitch to Croson is low for a ball. That one's not competitive either. Would imagine this next pitch will be in the zone. The 2-0. Croson fouls that one off. Croson still ahead in the count. And he fouls another one off. Goes even to 2-2. Croson been so dangerous this year, arguably the Dawgs' first half MVP. And he watches that one sail in low for a ball. And that one also not in the zone, and Croson reaches on a leadoff walk. So not a bad way to kick off the bottom of the 8th with Croson on, and now Logan Grant following him.
The catcher, number 35, Logan Grant.
Grant is 1 for 3 tonight. He did drive in a run back in the 3rd inning. Takes the first pitch he sees for a strike.
Pitch running at first base, Landon Kaufman.
And Landon Kaufman is pinch running for Connor Croson over at first. Grant did fly out in the 5th to end that inning, stranding 2, including Croson. And now a well-placed bunt by Grant. Will he make it in time? Yes, he does! How is that for a no-out bunt? Logan Grant puts it perfectly in the infield. And there's 2 on with none away in the 8th.
The right fielder, number 2, Caden Williams.
So the Dawgs threatening again, looking to increase their lead. And Caden Williams is at the dish with 2 on and none away. Boy, a picture-perfect bunt there from Logan Grant for his 2nd hit of the game. First pitch to Williams is in the zone. Williams is 1 for 3. He scored back in the 3rd. The 0-1 to Williams. He squares down, and look at this. Williams racing to first, and he gets there in time. Big reward for the Dawgs here in the bottom half of inning number increases to 3 runs over the Red Sox.
The left fielder, number 38, Steven Elsner.
So that brings up Steven Elsner, who's got a runner at third now. Caden Williams bunts his way to third base. And Elsner takes the ball. So a 2-run bunt for Caden Williams. I think they'll probably count that as a throwing error, but nevertheless, the result's pretty good. You know what? They did credit Williams with a single. They gave him a single on that. How about that? Two-0 to Elsner. In there. Two-1. Swung on and missed. Two-two. Swung on and missed again, and Elsner is retired. That is Steven Elsner's 3rd strikeout of the game, and that'll bring up Jason Arriola.
Third baseman, number 29, Jason Arriola.
Arriola swings on that one, fouls it back. Pitch number 2 to Arriola here. And he puts this one in play, shallow left field, and this should be deep enough to score the runner. And Williams is in with plenty of time, and it's 7-3 Dawgs. So a successful sacrifice by Jason Arriola clears the bases. And that brings up Aiden Munoz for the second time today.
Number 20, Aiden Munoz.
First pitch to Munoz is swung on and put right up the middle to short, and that'll do it. So the 8th inning comes and goes, but the Dawgs tack on 3 more runs, and they take a 7-3 lead into the top of inning number 9. Mike Gould back with you after this. You're watching WCBL Baseball on FloCollege.